Caution, I'm a hack. I learned everything I know from a guy leaned against a shade tree, having a drink and smoking a cigarette.
Hey, welcome back. Last episode I said I wasn't going to show this, but here we are. I'm going to show this. I'm going to throw a fuel pump in this car. We're going to get it running better. It has some tuning issues, and part of that is it just needs to run. But we're putting a fuel pump in it because it won't hold fuel pressure. It'll build fuel pressure, but it won't hold it. Which makes it really, really tough to start every time. So I thought we'll go out and get a fuel pump and throw it in. I bought a genuine GM pump assembly for a 2002 Z28, and we're just going to drop it in. I'll probably change the sending unit over because the sending unit on this one is for the 3rd gen, and we need that. But other than that, this should be a breeze because guess what? Because she's got a trap door. I'm going to take those bolts out, get this loose, pull that pump. Shouldn't take, hopefully the whole thing won't take me 25 minutes. We'll see. The float is different between these two units, although this is a GM unit. Yeah, it's made different. So here's what we're going to do. I'm actually putting a Dakota digital gauge cluster in this car. I'm going to go see if it'll work on the same amperage or whatever for the 2002. If not, I'll have to figure out a way to make this all work, and I have to return at least one of these for a core charge that is $50. So yeah, I'll go figure that out, and yeah, we'll go from there. By the way, if you're wondering why it wouldn't hold back pressure, it's my own fault. I took this out when I put this tank in. This is the backflow preventer. You can see I took that one out, and I kept it, and I thought, oh, I'll need that later, and put that back in. Guess what? I threw it away or lost it or whatever, so there ain't no putting it back in. So anyways, that's why I had to buy this. So we're in it. We'll figure this out, and I'll get right back. But I'm gonna go see if I can see if the Dakota Digital will work with this or not. I think it will. If it will, we'll just leave it and move on. If not, I'll have to change it. So the information I found on the sending unit said the Dakota Digital will convert to the 249 system. So we're just going to put this back in here and move along. together. The camera died from the heat. Not really sure what I was doing when it died, but it died from the heat. So, but it's all together. Let's see if she'll prime and hold pressure. It's definitely primed, or priming. Picking up fuel now. They actually say to do this a few times, of course, to build fuel pressure before you try to start it. We'll give it one more shot and then we'll give it a try. Alright. She's running. Let's check and see what the fuel pressure is. It's actually a little over 60 psi, okay? I should be able to turn it off and it hold pressure. Turn it off. Yep, that's about right. About 55 psi. Before it dropped down to 0 already. So I think we fixed that issue. Took me a little longer than I wanted to because I had to figure out the wiring stuff, but that's still a lot easier than dropping a tank. So, well, can't believe y'all let me do this. I didn't put the pickup sock on that fuel pump the other day. I'm gonna pull it back apart and put a pickup sock on it because, you know, otherwise we'll pick it up trash and we'll destroy this pump in no time at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it back apart again. Thank God I got a trap door, and put a pickup sock on it. Anyways, let's get this done so we can do some tuning, see if we can get this thing on the road and drive it. I am so ready to drive this car. Well, I got out here and looked at it. The reason why y'all didn't tell me is because it don't take one. It's got a baffle built in the bottom. You won't be able to tell, but on the bottom of the pump it already has a screen built onto it. I'm glad I took it back out just for peace of mind. Now that I know that it's fine, whatever, I'm going to throw it back in and we'll move along. Hey, good morning. Hadn't recorded anything much lately. Hadn't done much lately. So I've been messing with it, trying to get the tune right. I got everything in there right now, I think. Phytech, go to their website if you need to set this up. They have a setup video, blah, blah, blah. It walks you through it. It's pretty comprehensive. But I couldn't get this car to idle. It just will not idle. Idles up, idles down, does its own thing. Couldn't get the idle air control to work. And I got thinking, I bet it's got a vacuum leak. So this morning, I decided, you know what, I'm going to just check it out and see if I can find the vacuum leak. Let me show you what I found. All right, let me get you in here and see if you can see it. As soon as I shine the light on it, I could see it. See, it's going to be tough to tell. See that boot right there that's ripped? It might be tough to see. Let me see right there. That's supposed to go to the HVAC stuff, and it's ripped. So I've tried to struggle a little bit, tried to pull that off. You can't get in there. I think I'm just going to pull the intake off right quick. You know, it's not that bad. Leave the fuel lines and everything hooked up. Just pull the bolts and pop it up and see if I can put another end on it. Solve that little issue because, yeah, that should help it idle a lot. And then I can actually go back and undo everything I've done to try to get it to idle and do what it's supposed to do. My goodness. So little things like that that'll really slow you down sometimes. So especially when you're thrashing like I was trying to make a deadline. So I'm going to pull that off right quick and see if we can get that changed. I believe that it caused a pretty significant vacuum leak. I went ahead and put both the hoses in. I had that one barb blocked off that I was going to run to my cruise control, which still not ready to do, but I haven't ran out. I have a bolt in it. Actually, I just have a bolt in this other one too. It's going to go to the HVAC, but I don't really care about that right now. I just want to see if we can get the car running better. So I think also I had already changed this, and I may have to change it back. The throttle position sensor before, there's two ways to clock it, and it originally came in this other clocked position. I moved it when I was trying to chase all this stuff down. I have a feeling I may have to change that back, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, I think I'm going to clean up this little bit of mess I got here, and we'll see if we can fire this thing up and get it outside, see if it does any better. Well, I forgot to hit record when I backed it out. Basically, I think we might be all right. It fired right up. It's idling. It's the first time it's done that on its own, really. It's idled way down. It's not searching for the idle. So, yeah, that vacuum leak was a huge problem. I'm going to let it warm up, and I'm going to see if I can set the IX steps. It may be okay now even. I don't know. I'll have to check, see what it says, but I'll do that, and maybe we can get a test drive in this morning. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. It sounds so much better. So, I was out here messing with it. I put the TPS back to its original position, and it doesn't like it. It won't read 0. So I'm going to put it back in the advanced, or I don't know, whatever, to the other position, the one that I had moved it to. And then I tried to set the IX steps earlier with that, and I just couldn't get them. So, but we've got to make that work, because that's where it's got to be. So I'm going to take those screws back out and clock this back again, and we'll try it again. I might even take it for a drive and then come back and try to set the IX steps. It may not quite be warm enough when I'm trying to do it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go here. Man, is it warm. I finally got the IAC steps down to 6. I'm fine with that. I had it a little lower, but I don't really know where it's supposed to be, so it's kind of middle of the road. They say between 3 and 10, 6 sounded good. So I want you to hear the exhaust now. She's finally starting to sound better. Just starting to get some chop in. As it tunes, it should actually get choppier. I hope this is what's wrong. The car's sitting here idling and died. Has 0 fuel pressure. We're gonna assume it's out. Didn't have much, I know that for sure. So we got some 93 octane. We'll fill her up, see if she'll start again. Well, let's see if I turn the key on if we get fuel pressure or not. Yeah, that's more reasonable. Well, let's see if it'll make it to the end of the street and back. I pulled it in gear and it didn't die. That's a major improvement.
kind of low, but maybe it's not a speed bump. Maybe it's just a rut. I don't know. Yeah, this is where they cut the road up. We did fine. Really need to get this thing where it idles a little lower. That's just a setting type deal, so I ain't worried about that. It's idled all the way to the bottom of the hill, so it is hot out here, people. Coolant temp still 185. Oh, let's. Oh, this girl's gonna be awesome. I cannot even explain to you how happy I am. Can't even explain it. Made it back one piece. Well, I think it's time to do our maiden voyage. Let's go out and cruise a little bit. It's later in the evening, sun's going down. We only have one working headlight, so we can't stay out too late, but Madison wanted to go for a ride. That's what it's about. So we're gonna go have a good time. I'll throw y'all on a stand and let you cruise a little bit, and yeah, hopefully all goes well. First thing we're gonna do is go get some more fuel. We made it to the gas station, put about 12 gallons in it. It is still hot, if you couldn't tell by the sweat on my head. Madison and I are going to cruise a little bit, but we were having problems. Didn't seem like it wants to shift out of second gear. I checked transmission fluid, it's fine. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but for now we're just going to cruise it down a little bit. If it does okay, fine. If it doesn't, we'll just turn around and take it back to the house. First drive will be done, and we'll just have to keep working until we figure it all out. But anyways, yeah, we're going to cruise a little. All right, so we made it back. Won't shift out of second gear, and I don't know. It says it has enough transmission fluid. First gear pulls great. Ask Madison, is it fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fast. And then on the way home, it sounds like something started dragging the ground. Sparks flew out of the back. I don't know. Yeah, first drive, not so great. But, we'll figure it out. And on the next video, maybe we'll have a better second drive, maybe. I hope. We'll figure this transmission thing out. I'd like to just keep driving with the automatic in it because I want to enjoy this car some this summer. I don't want to have to change the transmission again. So, anyways, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Right, Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.